Hey guys, welcome along to Rumble TV. It's Monday night, means it's GT4 night. We're at the Misano track in Italy tonight. Boys are just commencing their qualifying session. Head down track shortly and see what is happening in regards to qualifying. You can see across the bottom there, the boys are just completing their outlap, commencing their first lap of 3 for qualifying. This is Paul Pittham out on track, one of our Group B competitors. Got a new livery on tonight. He's worked out how trading paints work. That's great to see. Well done, Paul. Who else is out? Chris Barchard, one of the WK and P team boys. So in Group B. It's 3 laps solo qualifying, so boys still haven't set times, possibly due to off tracks. I think Jack Boyd currently leading our Group A championship. Coming through the final turn, so Jack should set. Matt Petrozak in the meantime has set a 142. Clear eclipsed by Michael Polly with a 141.7 in the Beamer. Jack a couple of tenths slower than that on his first attempt. Neville Mell up into third in a Beamer. It's Trent Laves in the meantime has gone to the top with a 141.6. And while Cam Edwards is out front in Group B, looks like Dave Gogol in Group C at the moment. Dave 72. Dave's just been eclipsed there by John Thorne. Had a couple of purple sectors in that lap. Everybody's on dry tyres. There's no rain. It is quite cool out on track, so be fairly good conditions to lay down some consistent lap times. Approach the halfway mark of qualifying. Looks like we've got about 33 out on track tonight, which is not too bad. A few boys away. Damo, our resident race director, is actually away the next 2 rounds. So we've got Wayne Losh stepping in and filling that role. But big shout out to Loshy for jumping in and taking on that task. And while Trent's set 2 purple sectors, and does he go quicker? Well, Michael Polly's still up in second. Jack Boyd down in third. Matt Petrozak in the Merc. It's fourth. Henry Fenson now up into fifth. While Cam Edwards still holds down the fastest time in Group B. Slightly ahead of Darren Linus at this stage. It's Cam. There's Cam, he's 9th overall at the moment. 142.3. Darren's nearly 4/10 behind that. And it's Chris Blanchard, Matt Tesserero, Andrew Cash, one of our good boys, currently up in 5th. Then Dean Logsdale, Roy Rigg, Lam Nugent, Paul Pittam, and Ash Stacey. And in Group C, it's Dave Gogol, John Thorne, Phil Paradiso, Shannon Curry, and Mick Nancaro. Still waiting on a few guys, I think, to set some times. Like, boys have just about finished their 3 laps. Andrew Cash just finishing his. Matt Tesserero in the Beamer. Got a couple of minutes of qualifying to go, but it looks like most of the boys have now finished their laps. Shannon Curry, Aston. Our Group C competitors. Currently 6th in class down in Group C. Jump on board with Shannon. A lot of tricky corners on this track. Got about 30 seconds of qualifying left. That's just about it for qualifying. We can get a grid up for our race 1. Race 1 is a 15-minute sprint, so every man for himself. As we can see, Trent Laves on pole, Jack Boyd out of 2, Michael Polly 3, then Mos Moroz, Matt Petrusek, Henry Fenson, Neville Mel, Glenn Boyd, Wayne Losh, Cam Edwards, first of our Group B boys, and Benjamin Singer, Chris Blanchard. Over the page, Darren Linus, Matt Tesserero, Ash Stacey, Roy Rigg, Andrew Cash, Dean Logsdale, Jason Lockie, Lam Nugent, John Thorne, first of our Group C boys, then it's Paul Pittam, Matt McMillan, Dave Gogol, and then it's Ray Harrison, Phil Paradiso, Shannon Curry, Campbell Hutton, Mick Nancaro, Michael Power, Cody Harrison, Scott Baker, and Glenn Hill. These will be gridding up. Empty that. How about our timing tower? going to jump down the field. I'm going to try something, and I'm going to jump on board with Matt McMillan and see if we can get a bit of footage from the start tonight, just for something different. Should be an interesting run into first couple of turns. Especially at this track, there can be all sorts of incidents and issues, so hopefully everybody will get through. The lights are on. Boys are about to get underway. Let's see what sort of start we get from Matt. I think he's in the Porsche. He's clear around. Yep. Going to go up the... Oh. Giving space. That's John Thorne and Porsche there. Oh, Matt's clear, I think. Looks like everybody's made it through so far. They tighten up. Matt's gone inside of Ash Stacey there. Ash has given him room. We look back on the field. Looks like everybody's made it through so far. Swing the camera around. Oh, there's our first spinner. So that was Roy Rigg that's... Oh, that's Paul Pittam. Oh, there's contact there. Paul's got into the back of... That's his brother-in-law, actually. So that slowed Andrew down. To come into the braking area. Oh, 3 wide. Oh, looks like everybody's going to make it. Jump inside with Matt as he finishes the first lap. So there you go. There's a start for all you people out there in watching the broadcast that weren't sure what it's like on a sim. That's how hectic it can be from the opening lap in a 30-car field. Meanwhile, we've got another crasher. This is Ray Harrison. Looks like he's had an off. Go back and have a look. There's Ray in the Porsche. Oh, he's tapped the back of Phil there, and both cars are able to continue. Meanwhile, back up the front, this is Trent is actually leading. Got Jack Boyd for company. That's Michael Polly down in currently down in 3rd spot. Petrozek is holding down 4th, and it's Moz, Henry Fenson, Neville Mel, Glenn Boyd, and Loshi, and Ben Singer currently in the 10th. It's still fairly tightly bunched field. Well, Chris Blanchard is actually leading Group B. Darren Linus now has moved up into 2nd. He's a couple of seconds behind Chris on track. Bring up the group displays for people so they can see where everybody is. Got a couple more crashes further back. This is looks like Lam Nugent had an off somewhere. Oh no, it's just leaving the pits. This Misano track has got a very long pit exit, so I have to remember that tonight. It records as a crash because they're travelling at such low speed. So looks like Cam Edwards has actually had a connection issue, which is very unlucky. Well, looks like this is actually a crash for Matt McMillan. It's Cody Harrison trying to make it around the outside, and there's contact. Never good when you see that, especially the guys starting at the back of the field trying to make their way through. It's always frustrating for guys that just want to have their own races, but not quite sure how we get around that issue. But I'm sure it's something that the admins and the race stewards will look into going forward. Meanwhile, Trent's coming under a little bit of pressure now from young Jack. Big Polly still holding down third. Matt Petrozek still in fourth. Doesn't look like this track is favouring the Porsches tonight for some reason. Go back and have a look at Glenn Boyd. He's got Loshi directly behind him, battling it out for 8th and 9th at the moment. Loshi's got Ben Singer directly behind him. Meanwhile, Matt Tesserero in the Beamer is putting Darren Linus under a little bit of pressure. Chris Blanchard is about nearly 2 seconds further up the road, leading Group B at the moment. Then back in our Group C battle, it's John Thorne, Dave Gogol, around about just over a second behind Dave at this stage. The orange numbers you can see on screen are they're the guys that are currently leading their respective groups. So in Group A, it's obviously Jack Boyd, and down in Group C, it's Campbell Hutton, who's currently holding down third spot. Our Group B leader is not currently racing tonight, so that's why there's no orange numbers in Group B. Meanwhile, back up at the front, still Trent holding that narrowest of margins. The top 5 are very, very close. Reached just about to reach the halfway mark of this race, so Jack's pretty keen to try and find a way through, but it's not the easiest track to get a move done. Down into this corner is one potential area as Jack takes a look, but Trent covers that off. Might jump on board with Jack for half a lap and just see what apologies there, I went the wrong way with the camera. Got another crash back in the field. It's like Matt McMillan's having a shocker to start the night. Yeah. Oh, the back of Scotty Baker. I'm not sure what happened there. It looked like Scotty slowed for some reason. Meanwhile, back with on board with Jack, with Mick Polly directly behind. Right on board with Jack. Tyres protesting. closing up under brakes, but not close enough to do anything about it there. Lap 6 now of, I don't think we'll get to the 12. It'll be a time certain race as we're at approaching the 10-minute mark of a 15-minute race. They go through the final turn, commence lap 7. There's nothing in this. Jack, those were Trent. Oh, I think Trent's run wide. It's sort of opened the door for Jack. Trent says no. It's just some great racing. Trent's covering off now. He's slow out of that corner, so he's trying to cover Jack. Jack, meanwhile, taking a shallower line, but I think again Trent's run wide, but the next corner is a right-hander, so I think Trent's... Oh, there's contact! Oh, no! Wow. I'm not sure what happened there, but it was definitely contact. Go back and see if we can get a replay on what happened. They come up to the left-hander. Trent was on the inside. I'm not sure. I think that's one for the stewards. I'll stick to my commentating tonight. Meanwhile, back live. It's now Michael Polly has gone to the front. Matt Petrzak has moved up into second. Jack Boyd now back to third. Neville Moz is still there in fourth. Then it's Neville Mel, Henry Fenson, Glenn Boyd, Trent Laves is now back in 8th. Loshy's still down in 9th. Trent's dropped a few spots, but it could have been a lot worse. Hopefully there's not no damage on the car. Complete the race. There's about 2.5 minutes to go. Meanwhile, back in Group B, it looks like that has really closed up between Chris and Darren. Darren's closed that down to within half a second. Darren did over 100 laps at this track on the weekend, so he might have a little bit of knowledge. He did the 12 hours race on iRacing on the weekend. I think he clocked up just over 100 laps with his teammates. Well, Chris is doing a really good job of trying to defend this lead. Matt Tesserero has dropped back a little bit there. He's around about 2.5 seconds further back now. Down in Group C, John Thorne got just over a 3-second gap back to Dave Gogol and Campbell Hutton. So John's got that pretty well covered. But this battle and the one at the front is definitely going to go down to the wire. You jump back up the front and still white flag is out. So this is it. It's all or nothing on this last lap. Try and keep an eye on battles throughout the field. Chris is still slightly ahead of Darren at this stage. Stick with the leaders and then see if we can duck back and get the final half a lap or so. You can just see in the background Group B boys battling it out. Jack Boyd is now moved up to second. Moz Moroz now third. Matt Petrozek's back in fourth as Moz makes a move on Jack. I wonder if Jack's got some damage. He seems to be allowing some of these boys to get through. I'm not sure what's going on there, unless he's trying to redress. But it looks like Mick Polly at this stage has got it covered. He's 1.2 seconds now ahead of Moz, who's moved up to second. I wonder if Jack may have got a slowdown. That may have been why he had to move out of the way. There are a few corners on this track where you'll get slowdowns if you cut too much of the corner. As Matt, the background looks like Matt Petrozek was trying to make a move on Neville Mel. Didn't quite get that done. Through the final turn, it definitely looks like it's going to be Big Polly for the win. Moz will get home second, then Jack Boyd, Neville Mel, Matt Petrozek, Henry Fenson. But I'm going to quickly jump back through the final bend. Looks like Chris Blanchard is going to hold on to this. Darren's up the inside, but I think, I think Chris has managed to hold on by about half a car length in the end. Yeah, wait for the rest of the field. We'll see if we can find John Thorne. Just crossing the line now. Dave Gogol home in second. Campbell Hutton will be home in third. It's Campbell about to cross the line now. This is Michael Power. Home in fifth in Group C. It's well done. It's just a couple of guys left to cross the line. Hopefully we'll get some results up very shortly. There we have it. So it was Mick Polly home in first, Moz Moroz in second, Jack Boyd third, Neville Mel, Matt Petrozek, Henry Fenson, Glenn Boyd, Trent Laves, Wayne Losh, Ben Singer, Chris Blanchard, Darren Linus, Matt Tesserero, then Cody Harrison, Paul Pitham, Dean Logsdale, Andrew Cash, Ash Stacey. Over the page, got Chris Blanchard, Darren Linus, Matt Tesserero, Cody Harrison, Paul Pitham, Dean Logsdale, Andrew Cash, Astashi, Jason Locke, John Thorne, Roy Rigg, Dave Gogol, Ray Harrison, Scott Baker, Campbell Hutton, Shannon Curry, Michael Power, Matt McMillan. So have a couple of moments there. And Lam Nugent, Mick Nancaro, Phil Paradiso, Cam Edwards, who had the internet issues early in that race, and Glenn Hill. All right, we'll have a short break for our race 2, which is a 45-minute race where the guys will be taking pit stops. So we'll be back for that very, very shortly. Alright, welcome back, guys. About 30 seconds away, 20 seconds away now from getting our feature race underway tonight. Damo sent a message on our YouTube chat wishing everyone good luck. Said Damo's away for the next couple of rounds, so I'm sure everybody's missing him already. But I must say, Loshi is doing a fantastic job of filling those shoes. So let's have a quick look and see if we can get a quick look. It's going to have to be quick because about to get underway. Is it? So there we can see it's Mick Polly, Moz Moroz, Jack Boyd, Neville Mel, Matt Petrozek, Henry Fenson, Glenn Boyd, Trent Laves, Wayne Losh, Ben Singer, Chris Blanchard, Darren Linus. That's our first 12 off the grid for race 2. So boys will be gridding up shortly. You can see. Lights are on. We're about to get underway. 45-minute race. Probably about 25, 26 laps. Green flag. Looks like everybody has got away safely as they head down into turn 1. Hopefully everybody gets through. Oh, no, we've got one in the... Oh, it looks like it's Dean Logsdale and Andrew Cash have had a coming together. We'll go back and have a look at that in a minute as Big Polly leads them through the first couple of corners on lap 1. Let's quickly go back and have a look and see what happened at the start. We've got another crasher there as well. It looks like that was Matt Tesserero. But let's have a look at this one first. It's a bit of a touch. Yeah, Dean's just got into the side of Andrew there, which was tad unlucky. And we've got Matt Tesserero further around on the opening lap. See what's happened to... oh, looks like Cody's big dive up the inside. Oh dear, that's Darren Linus. There's quite a few cars involved in that one. It's not good, but it's a long race. Hopefully the boys will settle down and get their heads down. Well, back at the front, it's still Mick Polly currently leading over Jack Boyd. Like Damo's saying that Loshi's got big shoes to fill. I'm not quite sure about that. And no, there's no safety car, Damo, because we don't have our safety car driver here. Off doing other things apparently. Hopefully as things have settled down. Oh, Darren Linus didn't do too bad out of that incident. He's managed to hold on to third. He's about 5 seconds back. Paul Pittam has moved up into second now in Group B. Meanwhile, John Thorne has grabbed the lead in Group C over Dave Gogol, and Mick Nancaro's had a good start to race 2. He's up into third now. So yeah, it was a bit of an eventful start to our race, but said hopefully everybody will settle down now. So as we look at Group A, it's Mick Polly over Jack Boyd, Moz Moroz third, Neville Mel fourth, Henry Fenson's moved up to 5th, Trent Laves is 6th, Matt Petrozek is down in 7th, and it's Glenn Boyd, Loshi and Ben Singer. Group B, it's Chris Blanchard, Paul Pittam and Darren Linus. And then, as I said, John Thorne, Dave Gogol, Mick Nancaro currently leading in Group C. And we've got some more crashes. This looks like a couple of guys might be involved in this one. This is, oh no, sorry, apologies. I have to watch out for that. That's just boys leaving the pits. This is the only track on iRacing that happens. So easy to get caught out as Jack now looks to try and wrestle the lead off of Mick. Mick manages to dissuade him from going past on that occasion, but I think Jack will be pretty keen to try and move to the head of the pack as soon as he can. Bring up our class displays just so everyone can keep an eye on who's leading what class. And our driver details. Currently with Mick as Jack makes, oh, it's a big dive. Jack's going to try and stay in it. I think the Beamer's run slightly wide. That's potentially given Jack no. The Beamer's got quite a bit of stick out of the corners. Which I think on that occasion actually helped Mick stay in front of Jack. Meanwhile, Moz is all over the back of Jack. Might take the opportunity to jump on board with Moz. Hear the big Aston backfiring. Looking at the back of Moz's car, it's Neville Mill, a Beamer. Moz runs it slightly wide. No way through for Neville. Moz manages to get the drive out of the corner to back with riding on board with Neville. Got a crasher further back. It looks like boys are having a bit of a ordinary night. This is looks like Campbell Hutton powering behind. Oh, again a tap from behind. Andrew Cash, he's had an off on his own this time. Yep, just coming a little bit too hot. Loops the Porsche around, but hopefully they're back underway without too much damage or time lost. Meanwhile, back on board with Neville. Still following Oz. Look our way back through the field. So this is Trent Nave. About a second behind Neville. You can see the front four guys are all fairly close. And next in line is Henry. He's in the Merc. Behind Henry is Matt Petrozek, another Merc. And then the first of our Porsches is Glenn Boyd. behind Glenn. It should be Loshy. There he is. And then behind Loshy will be Ben Singer in the McLaren. Meanwhile, I'm going to jump back and have a look at this battle for the Group B class, because this is Paul Pittam right up on the back of Chris Blanchard. Was having a lot better run this race than race one, which is good to see. Oh, closed right up on the back there. Meanwhile, if we go back, this is Darren Linus, but this is Scotty Baker, who's also in a Porsche, hunting down Darren for that third spot. So again, Scotty's having a good race. Not sure where Southern Cross Racing's boss is tonight. Not out on track. Oh, Keithy Logan's not with us. Meanwhile, Jack Boyd is now gone to the front. We jump back on board with Mick Polly, so Jack is now leading. Sure, where that overtake. See if we can go back and do a replay of the actual overtake. Mick's just running a little bit wide, open the door. Jack's got a better drive out of that turn. And yep, manages to grab the lead through the next corner. We'll go back live. So we're still right on board with Mick. Looks like the field has finally started to settle down a little bit now. Petrozek has just put a move in on Henry Fenson. Battle for 6th and 7th at the moment. Glenn Boyd tucked in close behind. Meanwhile, Jack Boyd sets the fastest lap. Osmoroz does a personal best, as does Trent. So, the fuel's starting to burn off a little bit now. Lucas Baker saying the Southern Cross team doing well tonight. They are. They've a little bit lower numbers tonight, Lucas. There's I was just saying, no Keithy. Keithy's not with us for some reason, but the rest of the boys, Mick Polly, Scotty Baker and John Thorne are all doing very well. Mick currently second in Group A, John Thorne leading Group C at the moment, and Scotty Baker fourth in Group B. Dean Logsdale in Big Merc. Dean is currently, after that earlier tangle, down in 8th at the moment in Group B, just ahead of is Cam Edwards. Good to see Cam's managed to get those technical issues sorted. Cam's chasing down Roy Rigg at the moment. Battle for 6th and 7th in Group B. As you can see through the field, quite a few boys gone with the Aston Martin this season. I think on the back of a little bit of success that Trent had with the Aston in season 2. I think a lot of the boys were encouraged to give it a crack. Of course, with the rain being fairly new to GT4s, we're constantly on the lookout and watching out for updates, and there's a big one later tonight on iRacing, so that could turn a few of the car setups on their head. But we'll have to make sure we do some testing through the week. But at the moment, I'd say overall the Aston is probably still best package. The Beamer certainly a lot more speed attached to it than it did last season. There. 15 minutes in, so we've got about a third race distance. Remembering the boys have to do one pit stop tonight for tyres. Might bring that up on our screen and just see who, if anyone has actually pitted. None of our leaders certainly pitted at this stage. Paul Pittham now goes to the front in Group B and it's down a set the quickest lap. Group B stage as well. Got a few boys see pitting now. Looks like Henry Fenson has pitted in Group A. Loshy's pitted. So Loshy's gone to an alternate strategy, which is what you would expect. He's currently just behind Henry out on track. They're down in 25th and 26th at this stage, but a lot of the boys ahead of them haven't pitted as yet, so interesting to see how this plays out for them. Colder track temperatures tonight too, so not sure how that will affect the boys coming out on brand new tyres, whether track may be a little bit slippery for the first half a lap or so. An eye on the lap times as Osmaroz now pits. Meanwhile, Trent Laves has set the fastest lap, a 1:41.5. Trent's currently up into the 4th position. Now shakers and movers. So Phil Paradiso at the moment. Where's Phil? Let's see if we can find Phil. There he is. He's up 11 spots so far. Currently running in 20th. And yet to do his pit stop. Who else is so Cam Edwards is up 20 positions. Really making his way through the field. Closes right in on the back of Roy Rigg at the moment. That's Ray Harrison close behind. There's a battle for 4th, 5th and 6th. 3rd, 4th and 5th on track. Looks like Darren Linus has pitted now. Scotty Baker's also pitted. Jason Locke has pitted. We expect those boys to come back into calculations once boys ahead of them have also done their pit stops. If Cam will try and get the overtake done, or whether now is a good time to maybe think about doing that pit stop so you don't lose too much time out on track. It looks like both boys are going again. Meanwhile, back up the front, it's still Jack Boyd. It's coming up on Mac McMillan, I think that is. That moves aside, lets them through, lets the leaders through. He hasn't let Jack get too far away. Meanwhile, Trent now is about 1.5 seconds further back. Beamer has really good drive out of some of these corners. See how quickly it closes down on the back of Jack. They head over the line to start lap 13. This will be a 24-lap race, so I think it's going to actually end up being laps rather than time on this occasion. Based on the fact that we're over halfway now, lap 13, and we've only just ticked over 21 minutes on the clock. So back in Group B, Paul Pittham now has a substantial lead, but is yet to pit. Oh, there's Paul. He's got a 17-second gap over Cam Edwards. Cam hasn't pitted yet either. Dean hasn't pitted. So the first of our Group B runners that has actually pitted is Chris Blanchard. Well, not many of our Group C boys have pitted yet either, so... This Campbell Hutton down in... Sorry, no. Sorry, we're with Henry Fenson and Loshie. So Loshie has closed that gap on Henry. Moz is about 5 seconds up the road, these guys. Holly is has now pitted. Glenn Boyd now up to 4th. Matt Petrozek is now up to 3rd. Jack's got about a 2-second gap over Trent at the stage. first of the guys to have pitted, about 53 seconds behind, is Mick Polly. So interesting to see how long and just when these front four guys decide to pit. And just as we say that, Jack's into the pits now. Trent has stayed out, so Trent now goes to the lead. Looks like Matt stayed out. Paul Pittam is now into the pits, so what's Cam going to do? Cam is staying out. Like just waiting for Paul to exit the pits, see whether he'll actually come out in front. So Paul Pittam and Dean Logsdale both in the pits at the moment. Jack's at the pit exit. Oh, this is the battle further down in 12th. What's this? This is 13th, 12th, and 11th. So Henry Fenton looks like Ben Singer's managed to jump ahead of Loshi. Loshi currently down in 9th. Paul Pittam has come out of the pits slightly ahead of Chris Blanchard. Let's go back and have a quick look here. So that gap has closed right down. Chris is less than a second now behind Paul. Darren Linus is around about 7.5 seconds further back. It looks like his battle with Scotty Baker has resumed. Scotty's less than a second behind Darren. As Glenn Boyd and Trent now both pit, leaves Matt Petrozak in the lead. Matt's still yet to do his pit. Only a handful of drivers that still haven't pitted on lap 16. Like the majority of all completed their pit stops. Trent has he's jumped back out, just leaving the pits now, and there's Jack Boyd. So see what that gap is now. Once I think Trent's actually managed to close that gap down. Mick Polly, he's jumped Mick Polly through the pit stop stages. So Trent is now a net second on track, about 1.5 seconds behind Jack. Well, down in Group C, John Thorne and Dave Gogol. Dave Gogol has pitted. John Thorne hasn't, so I wonder how that'll shake out once John does his pit stop. Having a look to see where boys are actually on track at the moment. There's John. Gogol. Not sure there. We'll have to wait for John to do his pit stop to see Dave can actually close that gap down. Dave's letting some of the faster Group B boys through, which is good to see. That's what the admins like to see in the league, is when the Group C boys can just move aside, just lift off slow, just ever so slightly on the longer straights, and let the quicker boys through without causing too much disruption to their own race, and certainly not hindering the other boys at the same time. Dave's done a really good job here of letting these boys through. Well, back up the front, that's on lap 18 and staying out there. Looks like both Cam Edwards now and John Thorne are both in the pits. So we'll see how that plays out once they've completed their pit stop. While Jack Boyd still holds a very slender, about a 1.5 second gap over Trent. Matt makes his way through some slower traffic now. Around about 52.5 seconds is the gap from Matt back to Jack. I think it takes slightly longer because of the long pit exit. It takes a while to transverse. I'm just looking at the times for Cam. So they're over a minute now. Wait until back out on track as Matt dives into the pits. So minute 19 looks like a couple of the boys. So Trent was a minute 16. Jack was a minute 17. But yeah, it looks like around about anywhere from 117 to 120 is the sort of times taking to put on 4 tyres and get down long pit exit. As Graham Ellis joins us on the chat. Hey G, good to see you back. We got around about 6 laps to go. Trent hasn't quite been able to close that gap down. Matt should be exiting the pits very shortly. He's come back out on track. Oh, he drops in behind Neville and Moz. So pretty much as they were, apart from perhaps looks like Trent was the big winner out of the pit stops. Said it 1 minute 16.65 for Trent and a 117.27 pit transit time for Jack. So yeah, around about half a second Trent made up there. Matt's just trying to get the tyres warmed up on the big Merc. You can see him a bit squirrely there out of that turn. So Group B in behind him. I think that's Andrew Cash in behind him. So hopefully Andrew doesn't try and get in Matt's way. Group B and Group A, so not actually racing each other on track. So it looks like Andrew's happy to just give Matt the opportunity to get those tyres back up and warm. We head back to the front. Still, you can see the gap there on track between our two leaders. I've got about 4 laps, 3.5 laps to go. Trent's closed that gap down considerably now, about half a second behind Jack. So it's like Trent's got to hurry up. Oh, a bit further back, Neville's putting Moz under a bit of increased pressure for that 4th spot. See Mick Polly just up the road a little bit. Meanwhile, the battle in Group B continues between Blanchard and Paul Pittam. Paul's just under a second up the road. Looks like Dean Logsdale, a bit of a battle with Jason Locke for 5th and 6th spot. Scotty Baker's managed to jump up into 3rd. Not sure what happened to Darren Linus. He's dropped right out of it. Get anything up on our having screen to say that something had happened to Darren. Not sure what happened there. Did notice that Darren had gone back into the pit, so he may have picked up some damage, or he's forgotten to take on fuel. But Darren has pitted for a second time for some reason. Meanwhile, Scotty Baker said holding down that 3rd spot in Group B. His teammate John Thorne looks like he's got Group C pretty well sewn up at this stage. Something unforeseen happens. There's John. About 17 seconds up on Dave Gogol. Had a really good run tonight. Good to see Dave having a bit of success, and just behind Dave is Mick Nancaro. So that's really good. See Mick up there, finding it out in Group C. A couple of laps to go. I wonder if he'll get to challenge that 2nd spot. Meanwhile, Trent's now gone to the lead. Got past past Jack there somewhere. I'm just see where that may have taken place. So, bit of a play of the overtake. It looks like Trent's just got a better run. Just down that long back straight. Got the inside run for the next series of corners, and like he's managed to hold on to that. But will he be able to hold it to the end? We're on lap 23, so they're running out of laps. Jump on board with Jack. Out to get the white flag this time by, so Jack's going to have to work out where he's going to get the move done. I'm just going to, they're on their last lap. I'm going to quickly jump back and have a quick look. There's a massive battle going on back here between these three boys. Positions have changed a couple of times in the last lap or so. Loshy's now right up on the back of Henry. That's Ben Singer in behind. Jump back up the front. It looks like Jack is thinking about trying to make the move. Is he going to try at this next corner where the boys had a coming together in race one? Looks like he's thinking about it. Trent's given him plenty of room. Now a drag. Of course. Oh no, Trent's managed to stay in front. Thought for sure that Jack's pushing him all the way. Some really tight complex of corners through here, so barring any mishaps, Trent should be able to hold on here. It's like Trent's managed to grab that win. I'm not sure why they didn't wave the flag there. Mick Polly will get home for third. Oz will get home fourth. Then it's Neville Mell. Matt Petrozek grabs that sixth. Then it's Glenn Boyd, Henry Fenson. Loshy managed to hold on to ninth. And then Ben Singer. Looks like Paul Pittham has grabbed the win in Group B. That'll still continue. This is Jason Locke and Roy Rigg battling it out for 6th and 7th in Group B. Like Jason just holds on to that one. John Thorne does pick up the win in Group C. Have some interviews very short.
Yeah, it's a good battle there for a fair few laps there. I don't know if that was my fault or not.
Some results up very shortly as well.
Mate, I put the
All right, we might duck over to our
Oh, that sucks, mate. That sucks. I'm sorry for you.
green room and grab some boys for some interviews very shortly.
Look forward to it.
Nice racing, everybody.
Some of the boys to jump across.
Good fun, everybody. See you next time, mate.
Time we'll see if we can get some results.
Yeah, bad luck, Darren. It was good fun with you. Yeah, that was a good little battle there. I was really enjoying that.
All right, I've got a couple of boys to come in for some interviews. Got a couple of the Group A podium finishes for race 2. Mick Polly, that was a good result for you tonight.
Yeah, it was. It's been a while since I've been in here, Greg. Feels good, mate. I'm stoked with that, mate.
Yeah, we refurbished the place. You were here last.
Yeah, beautiful. Looks great. Love the furniture, mate.
How did you find the longer race tonight?
It was good fun. I was sticking with Boydie until the pit stops, and then fortunately, you give him a second, you give him 2 seconds, and that's it, mate. They just ran away, him and Trent. But look, overall, I loved it, mate. It was good fun. I reckon I just cooked the brakes a bit too hard towards the end of the race, but nah, mate, enjoyed it. Had a great time.
That's that's a good result. Trent, you managed to make up a bit of time in the pit stops there.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that because I only saved about a litre of fuel through the race. So not sure if I just had a really good run in or a good outlap and in lap. But yeah, boys had me on my toes there for sure. Obviously put myself back there in the first race, so I had to power through. But luckily I got a good start there. I think I picked off about 3 or 4 blokes before the third corner off the start. I was pretty stoked with that.
Yeah, we actually had the pit transit times up, and you managed to grab about half a second there on Jack through the actual pit stop. So when you came back out, you had managed to jump Mick and sort of on the tail of Jack. So yeah, some good pit stop strategy there.
Thanks, mate. Like I said, I didn't save a lot of fuel. I saved a bit, but I must have just had my in lap was a pretty mega lap though, so maybe that was where the difference was as well.
And our Group B winner, Paul Pittam.
Oh, how are you?
Good, mate. Well done. Some good racing there in Group B. You had a bit of competition there from Chris for most of that race.
Yeah, he was pushing me the whole race, so that was good and very clean, fair racing with him as well. Like when I went to make a move, he gave me a lot of room, and I think I tried to do the same.
That's no, it was good close racing. And John Thorne back to his winning ways in Group C. John.
Yeah, look, thanks, Greg. It probably looked easy for you, but it was definitely working me up a sweat, that's for sure. Gogol was keeping me honest in race 1 and on my toes. And I had a few little mistakes which I thought he was going to catch me and get me. But yeah, look, race 2, I came up with a bit of a game plan, and for once it paid off, which was really good. So.
No, you had a very good night tonight. It's 2 from 2, so it's put you back in the hunt in the championship. So good night all round.
I was a bit disappointed last week on my result, and I thought, look, I had to claw back a little bit. But yeah, look, race 2, while I had clean air, I just kept going and going and going until literally it ran out of fuel. So yeah, nothing fancy in the strategy.
No, but definitely paid off. So congratulations on that. All right, well, we got you, John. Any shout outs? Any thanks want to send out?
Yeah, look, as always, the GT4 Rumble team, admin team, and everything you guys do, but most of all, the guys that keep me sane every Monday night, the Southern Cross Racing boys. Excellent group, and yeah, really enjoyed learning from them.
No worries. And Paul, you got any shout outs?
Yeah, just to obviously you guys running the broadcast, yourself, Greg, for helping me set up my my sim during the week, and yeah, all the guys for great racing.
No worries. And Mick?
Yeah, all you lads have put it on. Southern Cross boys, actually a really good result tonight, even with Keithy MIA.
Yeah.
Race control, I love the upgrade. It's good to see. Good on you, Loshy. Well done tonight, mate.
Is this still broadcast and being recorded? Have we got that actually recorded?
Sure it is. It'll be somewhere.
There is a comment on somewhere on the chat, Loshy, on the broadcast, on the broadcast chat, saying that they're awfully big shoes to fill.
Yes, the voice of Roadster Rumble himself, Damien Seeger.
Yeah, and calling for a safety car of all things.
Of course.
That'd require too much work. No safety cars. Everyone behave themselves for at least one more week.
And
Lads, appreciate it.
no worries. And Trent, anyone you want to send a shout out to?
Usual protagonist, Jacko, for the great racing, as always. It's always good fun to battle with young Jack. Yourself, obviously, for putting everything on, and the admin team for making it all happen. And obviously, the Beta Letters Aussie Racer boys for having my back, and the Extreme boys for having me in the Discord, as always. It's always good fun and quality banter. So thanks, everybody.
I'm surprised you haven't removed yourself from that Discord with the likes of Loshy, Damo, Moz all hanging around in there. It must be really hard work some weeks where they're Trent, but kudos for hanging in there.
Easy mute button on my my steering wheel, mate. I can get him to shut up pretty quick. Prefer to have a bit of banter and a bit of sledging, mate. That's my jam. So
we're just trying to put him off and slow him down, but it's obviously not working.
I was going to say you'll get plenty of all of that in that Discord, Trent. So yes, as I said, kudos for being able to hang in there. And while we've got our race director, Loshy, anything to report on tonight?
No, actually, I was nowhere near the front. So from the middle of the pack, it was some really good battles. I had a great battle with Mr. Singer and Henry. But yeah, I just hung around in about 8th and 9th all night, and it was pretty clean in front and very clean behind from what I could see. So that was good. I mentioned the league website, so people could go and jump on that to find out all the information about the races each week. So maybe Mick was right with the upgrade comment.
And as always, before we go, we've got Moz's Corner. Anything to report, Moz? Oh.
Yeah. Moz's Corner would like to thank the shenanigans that occurred in race 1, which propelled Moz into second. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Forever the diplomat, that's Moz. We're going to change. We're going to change Moz's name to George Russell.
And we'll call it Moz's Short Corner, because that's all you're going to get from him. Just one statement, bang.
Yeah, a man of few words. All right, boys, on that note, I think we'll call it done, and look forward to catching up with everyone again next week for round 3 when we're at Catalunya. Track we haven't been to for a while, so it'll be interesting to see how we go in the GT4s there next week. So until next Monday night at 7 o'clock, everybody enjoy your sim racing, and we'll catch you again next week. Thanks, guys.